Right. Children, now let us go to one more experiment, third experiment. So, exam point of view, 4 months questions, essay questions are very much important here. So, one more experiment we have got here. Experiment, third experiment, sunlight experiment with correlates. So, before we start with the experiment, let us again go through the equation, photosynthesis equation. So, you can see that carbon dioxide is reacting with water here in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to give rise to one molecule of glucose. 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of oxygen gas. Now this experiment is to be photosynthesis experiment. Photosynthesis process can be carried out only in the presence of sunlight. Now this is an experiment to prove that without sunlight photosynthesis cannot be carried out. So this experiment is called as sunlight experiment, or we can call it as light stream experiment, or we can call it as black paper stream experiment, or we can call it as photo screen experiment. So there are different terms used here. So all these terms mean the same. So a screen we are using here to avoid the falling of sunlight. So that particular screen is important here. So once again I repeat, it is called as sunlight experiment in simple terms, or it is called light screen experiment, or photo screen experiment, or it is also called black paper screen experiment, or it is also called as Denham's photo screen experiment. Denham is the name of the scientist who has done this experiment first time and proved that photosynthesis can be carried out only in the presence of sunlight. So that is why it is called as Denham's photo screen experiment. So now let us start with the experiment here. So again saying we have got the steps involved here. Very first step in this experiment is aim of the experiment. So what is the aim? What is the intention of doing this experiment? So to prove that sunlight is essential to carry out photosynthesis. So that is the first statement we are going to write here. The first sentence under the heading called as A. Now moving to the second, the materials required here. So for every experiment we are using some type of the material. So let us see what are the apparatus, what are the methods used here. Write the side heading as apparatus. So let us check it out from the diagram given here, figure. Right. So here we have got a very important plant. And do remember children here, don't select any whatever type of the plant you require. Condition here is because we need to attach one photo screen or light screen. So for that we require a healthy potted plant with short and broad leaves. Plant with short and broad leaves. Plant with short and broad leaves. So when the leaves are broad, easily we can fix the light screen. Okay, right. So take a healthy potted plant with short and broad leaves. This is the most important thing we require in this experiment. Apart from this, we require here so a special design cut black paper screen. Okay, if the black paper is not available, you can make use of a cardboard, lightweight cardboard. Also, you can make it. Then there is one more apparatus we require. So plant with a short and broad leaves. Then we require a special design cut black paper screen. Okay. Then we require water. Okay. Then we require iodine solution. So to know the presence of the starch in the leaf, once the photosynthesis is carried out by the plant, so we need to test it whether the leaves contain the starch in it or not. For that we require iodine solution. Iodine solution can also be written as I2 solution. Or if it is not available, we can make use of another solution called as beta-diene solution. Beta-diene solution. Then we require here one dropper also to use the iodine onto the leaf. Right? Then next step we will go for the third step, that is called as the procedure. Okay? Procedure. So third side heading. Then we go for observation. Then lastly go for conclusion, and finally end up with the precautions. Okay? Now we start with what is the method after having all these things available with you, how to perform this experiment. And do remember children, 2 experiments are there where we need to place the healthy potted plants in a dark room to avoid the process of photosynthesis. Before you perform this particular experiment, so see that care to be taken that the leaves do not contain any starch in it. So for that what is that we need to do. So before we start with the experiment, so prior to that, before doing, so 3 to 4 days before itself, place the healthy potted plant in a dark room, avoiding sunlight, so that the photosynthesis does not take place. Okay. So after having checked that the plant doesn't undergo any photosynthesis, 3 to 4 days after placing it in the dark room, bring it onto the outside, bring it outside and place it onto the table on the day of the experiment, and make sure that the leaf do not contain any starch in the leaves, right? So now once the plant is ready here, okay, so most important thing is, before you start with the experiment, 3 days 4 days before itself, you need to place the plant in a dark room to avoid the photosynthesis, to make sure that the leaves do not contain any starch in it. Now our plant is ready. Imagine that today we are performing the experiment. So 4 to 5 days before itself, we have placed it in the dark room. Now make the things, everything arrange here. So, and prepare a light screen, a special design light screen. So here you can see L-shaped design light screen I have prepared. So like this. So you can prepare the designs of your own, whatever you want. You can prepare it as a star shape of this type. Okay. Any alphabet you can take it. Suppose like T alphabet you can take it. A special design card. So why are we making this particular design card? So this portion, wherever we have got empty space here inside the letter, it can be L, T, R star shape. So this should be removed. So in this way we need to prepare a special design. So like this, here I have made a design with L letter, capital L letter. Here you can see. Okay. Then arrange this particular special design black paper screen with a design card onto one of the selected leaf. Any leaf you can take, either on the left side or the right side, whichever is convenient to you. Now arrange it, fix it, the light screen, special design cut light screen onto the selected leaf by using paper clips. So paper clips is also one of the apparatus we require here, paper clips. So by using 2 paper clips, fix the special design cut light screen to one of the selected leaf. Now water the plant and place it under the sunlight. For how much time? Near about 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. Okay. After watering the plant, place the water plant under the sunlight. Let it be exposed to the sunlight. So this is what we write it under the procedure. Then now move to the next scientific, that is observation. Right. After placing the plant under the sunlight for 3 to 4 hours, then slowly detach the leaf to which you have fixed the light screen. Then gently remove the light screen and take the particular leaf and now go for the starch test. This is what we call it as a starch test. Now this is our leaf. So special design cut screen is removed. So here we have got the leaf here. Now once you apply, okay, iodine solution by using a dropper onto the entire surface of the leaf, so you can see this will be the result. So what is that? You see that in the middle of the leaf, wherever there is a sunlight falling, so you can see here clearly L-shaped letter. You can see here blue black color this area, and one more area here left to the L-shaped letter, right side to the L-shaped letter. So these are the 3 areas, area 1, 2 and 3. These are the 3 areas you can see which are exposed to the sunlight, and this is the place where exactly sunlight is falling and the food is being prepared, and the availability of starch is shown here, indicating with the blue black color. So you can get the blue black color only where the starch is readily available, and this is the area. So since there is no exposure of sunlight here, it is covered with the light screen, so it will remain as green color itself. There is no change in the color. You don't find any blue black color in this region. So this is the area with the green color. So where exactly there is a design cut, L-shaped design cut. In the middle of that L shape you can see the blue color here, and the left side and the right side you can get the blue black color. So indicating the presence of the stars. Right? So this is what you write it under the observation. After applying iodine solution, you can find 3 areas turning into blue black color, indicating the presence of the stars. Right? So that is under observation. Next move to the conclusion or result or inference. Right? 5th step in the experiment. Right? So what is that you are going to write? From the above experiment. So you need to write it as from the above experiment. We can conclude that so starch is readily available in the leaf and sunlight is essential to carry out the photosynthesis. Right? In that way you can conclude it. Then go for precautions. So what precautions you can write it? So every experiment will have some precautions. In this related experiment, what are the precautions we have? So here let us go for first precaution here. The utmost care to be taken that the leaves of the plant should not contain any starch in it. So for this what are we doing? So you need to place the potted plant before the experiment. So place it in a dark room for 3 to 4 days, whether or 4 to 5 days we can make it. Just make sure that the starch is not present in the leaves, any one of the leaf of the plant, right? So that is the first precaution we can have. One more precaution we can make is handle with care. Whenever you are fixing the light stream, so see that the leaf does not get any damage. Okay, so softly arrange it. So gently arrange the paper clips to the any selected leaf. Either it can be the left side, or the right side. So these are the two precautions we can make. So most important experiment this is. So once again we call it as this particular experiment is called as sunlight experiment in simple terms, or it is also called Einstein experiment, or it is also called photoscreen experiment, or it is also called as Gannon's photoscreen experiment. Right? So we can prove that sunlight is one of the most important factor. So to carry out photosynthesis in the plants. Right? So far we have seen in our last session we have seen one experiment related to oxygen, that is hydrilla experiment. Just now before this we have seen one experiment to prove that the leaves contain starch, in presence of starch in the leaves, one more experiment, and this is the third experiment to prove that sunlight is essential to carry out photosynthesis.